Sometime you may be selling out. Somebody stick to your guns and never sell out. Cause you won't know when it gets heavy, you can bail out. Together, take a beat and come back steady. Even know that they'll only know you by your disguise. Don't have to show them every single side. Make it so you won't need an alibi. When the pitchfork
Good morning.
so you'll be alright.
Good day. Hello. Nick, sorry to miss you at the show. That was easily the best Dance Gavin Dance concert I've ever seen. And no Tillian. Andrew Wells absolutely carried. That was fucking awesome. I'm tired. That's why I'm late. I went to bed super late last night. Not even that the show was late. When I got home, I decided to watch a movie. And this movie is called General Magic. Maybe, Luther, you know what General Magic is because you were alive in the early 90s. I mean, we all were alive in the early 90s, but you were an adult in the early 90s. Has anyone heard of this company called General Magic? Because I didn't really know what General Magic was until yesterday. Because I'm reading Tony Fadell's book, who helped Apple create the iPod, and in it he mentions General Magic a bunch in the first like 15 pages. I'm like, what the fuck is General Magic? And we can watch a trailer for this documentary. I rented the movie last night on YouTube, and I wanted to watch the trailer at least for the documentary. I have it purchased on YouTube. I just don't think it would be legal for me to stream it. Torrenting it now? Hell yeah, the first smartphone. Luther, if you just Googled something, it feels like you just Googled something and you're reading what you're seeing, unless you know. But yeah, they effectively built a smartphone in 1990, like 1993. Really cool, really, really cool. All right, let's watch that trailer really quickly, just so you guys can have an idea of what.
1990, there was no in 1990, there was no digital
Morning, Kyle.
telecommunications industry. It did not exist.
Thank you, man.
There were
Welcome
no
back.
digital cell phones. There was no World Wide Web. We're going to create what comes after the personal computer.
It was a telephone. It was essentially going to be a smartphone with a lot of intelligence in it.
When we were talking about reinventing telephony, we meant it.
We're trying to make something that people love. We need it to be like your watch, your glasses, your wallet.
We decided to make everything. That meant we were custom building every piece. It's insane.
How small will it finally be, do you think?
Someday, Dick Tracy wristwatch.
This was the beginning of what became, I think, the most important company to come out of Silicon Valley that nobody's ever heard of.
There was this aura of secrecy. You know, it had Apple's fairy dust sprinkled on it. But we had no idea what it was. But by the rumors, it seemed just captivating.
Nick Tolson,
We
thank
had
you
no
for 5
choice
months,
but
man.
to
Hell yeah.
Keep quiet about the things we were doing.
Daniel
because
Rudd, I watched
other
this last
companies
night.
Were interested in it as well.
Now, it should be noted, John Scully was running
What up, RCP?
Apple at the time.
He was our ally, or so we thought.
Today, we are launching Newton, a revolution for the pocket.
They had decided to make something essentially based on our original models.
It's the most important thing that I've ever been involved with in my entire life.
It's bad enough you get betrayed by them, but now they're going to try to put you out of business.
That was fighting. That was battle.
I mean, here's a test. What if General Magic never happened? Would we have had Android?
Not a chance. I mean, all these things were linked together, one after another.
So much
Wow,
of
The
what
Verge?
came out of General Magic is
Shit.
the foundation of everything we take for granted today.
Yep.
And so the question is, can we take these powerful tools and do something that
Kara.
really just help a lot of people?
That's Kara Swisher.
The reason you should care about the story of General Magic is because it involves something fundamental, and that is failure isn't the end.
Failure's the beginning.
Is actually the beginning.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, there's 46 of you in here. I guarantee all 46 of you, if you were to watch this movie, you would be like, holy shit. From this company, General Magic, we literally got the iPod. They basically invented the iPhone 15 years before the iPhone. Andy Rubin worked at General Magic, who made Android. Tony Fadell worked at General Magic, who helped Apple create the iPod. We also, in the movie, learned that the person who made eBay worked at General Magic. They had something that was truly way ahead of its time. You should watch a documentary because they sort of talk about the nuance of it was sort of like an offshoot of Apple. Apple gave this, like, I think it was like a few Apple employees. They basically collected all this talent from Silicon Valley, $10 million. They said, go build, what sort of comes next. And they built in partnership with Sony. It was called the Sony Magic Link. And it was just so cool. It was just so cool. I'm gonna replay this trailer. What was the name of the documentary? It's called General Magic. It's just called General Magic. I'm going to replay this trailer so you can watch. I mean, I have the movie rented on my YouTube account. You think it's illegal to stream it? Probably. But let me see something. Your channel purchases and memberships, General Magic HD. Let's just maybe watch the first 5 minutes together. This is definitely not the documentary in full. All right. It's not working. Holy shit.
In Silicon Valley, there's a lot of origin stories.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay. Well, damn, YouTube. Touche. Look, it's right here. Damn. All right, YouTube. All right. Can't be mad at YouTube for actually working for once. All right, we're just going to watch the trailer again. I promise you the movie's so good. It's $4 to rent. You will learn a lot. Watch it. It's so good. It's so good. If you use an iPhone or an Android phone today, which let's be honest, 100% of you do, this company was responsible. I didn't know anything about this company. I had heard of this company, General Magic, but I was 3, 5, 7 years old when all this stuff was going on.
In 1990, there was no digital telecommunications industry. It did not exist. There were no digital cell phones. There was no World Wide Web. We're going to create what comes after the personal computer.
It was a telephone. It was essentially going to be...
There it is, pocket crystal.
A lot of intelligence.
When we were talking about reinventing telephony, we meant it.
We're trying to make something that people love. We need it to be like your watch, your glasses, your wallet.
We decided to make everything. That meant we were custom building every piece. It's insane.
How small will it finally be, do you think?
Someday, Dick Tracy wristwatch.
This was the beginning of what became, I think, the most important company to come out of Silicon Valley that nobody's ever heard of.
It was this aura of secrecy. It had Apple's fairy dust sprinkled on it. We had no idea what it was, but by the rumors, it seemed just captivating.
We had no choice but to keep quiet about the things we were doing because other companies were interested in it as well.
Now, it should be noted, John Scully was running Apple at the time.
He was our ally, or so we thought.
Today, we are launching Newton, a revolution for the pocket.
They had decided to make something essentially based on our original models.
It's the most important thing that I've ever been involved with in my entire life.
It's bad enough you get betrayed by them, but now they're going to try to put you out of business.
That was fighting. That was battle.
I mean, here's a test. What if General Magic never happened? Would we have had Android?
Not a chance. I mean, all these things were linked together, one after another.
So much of what came out of General Magic is the foundation
of what we have
everything
today.
we take for granted today.
And so the question is, can we take these powerful tools and do something that really does help a lot of people?
Joey, welcome to the Supreme Sam supporters level. Welcome back, dude. I haven't seen you in here in a minute.
And that is,
let's just look at this. They do this at the end of the movie.
Tools and do something that really does help a lot of people.
These are all people that worked at General Magic. Ready?
The reason you should...
This guy created Google Circles, VP of Engineering at eBay, Senior Vice President of BlackBerry and Samsung, Head of Google Speech Recognition, CTO of Twitter. This is 1993.
It's because...
Head of Safari, Head of AI at Apple, Web TV founder and CEO, VP of Google,
and that is
iPod hardware architect, iPhone hardware architect, and that's Tony Fadell, Nest founder and CEO. So I'm reading, if you don't know who Tony Fadell is, you should know who Tony Fadell is. If you're in this live stream, you absolutely should know who Tony Fadell is. He is dubbed as the father of the iPod. So he was a college student, and it's funny, in the documentary, he talks about how he would just like relentlessly call General Magic saying like, I want to come work there, I want to come work there, I want to come work there. They're like, stop fucking calling. And it's funny because it's a documentary, so they interview everyone, and Tony's sort of telling like, I was calling, and then they're interviewing like people at the company, and they were like, this kid wouldn't stop calling. Such a well done piece. Such a crazy moment in time, too, because they explain that the World Wide Web was slowly starting to take off, and General Magic didn't pivot and sort of just ignored the internet, this notion of the web. And they tried to do too much. They were too ahead of its time. The device itself was kind of buggy and not really ready for prime time. And then in this trailer, the trailer is like, it doesn't really paint the full picture, but you see here John Scully announcing the Newton, and this was a partnership with Apple. And the whole General Magic team felt betrayed because John Scully from Apple was getting pressure from the Apple board saying, why are you spending so much time working on this General Magic device? What are you doing for Apple? So they basically, Apple copied everything that General Magic was doing, even though there was a joint partnership there, put out the Newton. And that was sort of the first crack in the shatter that became General Magic. So cool, dude. So cool. I'm telling you, so fucking cool. And again, here's the reason why I know about this is because I know who Tony Fadell is, because I'm a gadget nerd, right? Tony Fadell is he's just a name like Palmer Luckey, like Mark Zuckerberg, like Elon Musk. To me, you know, Tony Fadell is there. I think he was an Apple executive, but Tony Fadell helped create the iPod. He is sort of like the brain, the father, the brains behind the iPod. I am no further than 25 or 30 pages into Tony Fadell's book called Build. It's out. You should buy it. It's a great book so far. And he mentions this company, General Magic. And I'm thinking like Industrial Light and Magic? No. Magic Leap? Absolutely not. What is General Magic? And a friend of mine had told me about this documentary about this company, General Magic, and I sort of was just like, whatever. Not whatever. Literally not whatever. This company, if General Magic didn't try to do what it did in the early 1990s, I am positive we wouldn't have the iPod, the iPhone, the way touchscreens work. They envisioned our touchscreen app-based interface in the early 1990s, and we didn't get the iPhone until 2007. So cool. Thanks, Doug. What up, man? Can you switch the cams to what? What do you want to see? You want this? I'll play this again.
They had decided to make something essentially based on our original models.
It's the most important thing that I've ever been involved with.
And what's crazy is they have interviews with everyone. They ask Scully what the fuck happened. He was like, I was getting pressure from the board. And there was one guy that literally in the movie goes, the Newton? You want to know what I think about the Newton? Fuck the Newton. And you're just like, damn.
It's bad enough you get betrayed by them, but now they're going to try to put you out of business.
That was fighting. That was battle.
I mean, here's a test. What if general magic never happened? Would we have had Android?
Not a chance. I mean, all these things were linked together, one after.
I wish this. I wonder. Hold on. How do you see your channel? And then it's like, no, subscriptions, history. Library, history. So, I found, watch this.
Okay, we're trying to make something that people love. And
Dude, this chick is fucking awesome. CTO Megan Smith as she was in Put yourselves in 1992. 30 fucking years ago. I get like, I don't even know how this makes me feel. It's crazy. Seeing this like this video is 9 minutes long. We're gonna watch this right now. This is a clip from the movie. They use this footage from the movie. And I think this guy, David Hoffman, worked at General Magic, I think. But look at this video. 1992!
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. I wasn't born yet. I was literally 3 years old. I was 8. So you're 26 now? Me? No, I'm 32.
We're trying to make something that people love. And in order to make something that people love, we have to look at what are they going to see and feel and hear. And so what this cabinet is about is, well, the hardware team was off doing things like making what the innards of this stuff is going to be like. We were here looking at what is it going to feel like, what's it going to look like. Now this is a huge, ugly thing, but we had to start somewhere. We had to start with components that we could buy off the shelf because you're working from wishes and ideas of how you wish it would be, and real components that you can buy that are cheap enough that you can make the product reasonable so people can afford it, because if it costs $1 million, forget it. So
these are
you can
incredible
see
lessons.
this is kind of General Magic history. We worked on touchscreens and LCDs and whether there should be buttons or not.
Show me that one. What was that, the first one or in the beginning?
This is in the very beginning, and one of the problems with this was that the touchscreen was extremely noisy. And
So Geocosmic
just didn't have
Valentine,
the
you were
resolution.
around.
It would be a horrible experience for people to use this thing. You'd be completely frustrated. So that was actually our hardest component because there was nothing available.
Is that better, Tom James?
We're just gonna do an insert of it.
Okay.
Like show me the screen.
Show you the screen.
Yeah, point it to the camera. That's it.
Okay, so the LCD, and this is the
Oh,
touchscreen. This
a bit
this
quiet.
here that lays on top, and it's like a mouse, only it lays right on top, and so you use it so that you can. What we want people to feel the software, to experience the software, and so they should be able to directly touch things that they can see on the monitor or the LCD below. So that's what the touchscreen's about. But while we were doing this, we started searching around. I'll show you a box of stuff. These are touchscreens, and there's tons of them. There's capacitive and resistive.
Dude. 1992. Capacitive, resistive. I did not think touchscreen technology existed in 1992. So again, if you're just tuning in, I am reading Tony Fadell's book called Build. Highly encourage it. I'm 20 pages in. I'll show you what it looks like. It's called Build, an unorthodox guide to making great things, or something like that. Looks like this. This is a cool cover. Looks like this. Build, right here. Tony Fadell Build. This is it. I don't know why it's audio CD. No, not audio CD. This is it. An unorthodox guide to making things worth making, okay? Tony Fadell helped create the iPod, okay? So I'm reading this book, and in this book, in the first 15 or 20 pages, he mentions this company, General Magic, 100 times. And I'm 32 years old. I like to think I know everything about technology and companies and gadgets and hardware. And I'm like, what is General Magic? Like, what did I miss? What the fuck? Oh, what did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? So there's a documentary about this company, and this clip that I'm showing you, I watched the documentary last night after the concert. That's why I'm late today. I went to bed at like 2. And so this is a clip from the movie, and this is the chief technology officer, Megan Smith, a woman, Epic, in 1992 showing off prototype touchscreen displays.
We couldn't find a touchscreen to solve this problem. In fact, at one point, we had to invent one. This Wendell, who works for Wendell Center, he came up with this idea of a touchscreen that would be balanced on at 4 points, and as you pushed on it, you could sense touch. It's kind of a cool invention. Luckily,
Play around with that a little bit. Show it to us again.
okay, it's sort of springy. So as you touch it in any particular place, you can do the math. So you do the whole force minus X and Y, and you can figure out where you are, whether you're touching T or whether you're touching a caps lock, or whether we were playing with a keyboard. You don't have to play with a keyboard.
Now, all of this, as you explained it to me, is well beyond my comprehension to understand. But is that the point? Is the point to make it easy?
Yeah. The point is there's a couple of things we're trying to do. When you're designing the mechanical part of the hardware.
Is this clip in the movie? Yeah, not this full 9-minute raw clip, but there's absolutely clips from this clip in the movie.
You're trying to make.
Yes, it reminds me of the BlackBerry Storm. Yes. But again, when did we see the BlackBerry Storm? 2010, right? This is 1992.
So, we need people to love it. We need it to be like your watch. Bill's always saying your watch, your glasses, your
wallet.
Something that you like the color, you like the way it feels.
Think about it back then, right? Phone. We go like this today: phone, wallet, keys, AirPods. Right? Hand sanitizer, whatever. Phone, wallet, keys, right? Back then, there was no phone. And so they're thinking of this product already. They envision the future, truly envision the future. And it's sick. The beginning of the movie, this guy, the CEO of the company, had this red book. And inside the red book was basically the encyclopedia for the product at the company. Again, the device was called the Magic Link, but his prototype, the name was called the Pocket Crystal. And in the documentary, like in present day, they have this red book, and it goes through the sketches, goes through the whole interface, operating system, how it works in the early 90s. They literally invented the iPhone before the iPhone was invented.
And so whether the experience...
And like, I don't know if anyone gives a shit. This is so interesting to me because it's like, what's being worked on today that we're going to see in the future?
This is just the physical part of holding it, or whether the experience is when the software is running and when you've got the machine on, the sound that you're hearing, or the feeling of the touch, or the way that the touchscreen, the LCD looks. We have to think about all those parts. So what the purpose of doing all this is to go out and create prototypes so that the team can plug them into the Mac and run the software behind it and experience what a user would experience, what the touchscreen really feels like, because you have this idea of what you want it to be like, but you have real stuff that you can buy that costs however much it costs, and so that's what we have to sort of merge the two together so that we come up with the best thing.
Show me what you started with and how small you think the final one is going to be.
We started with this huge stuff, and
show it to me.
It's this is a lot bigger, but the reason why we have to use this stuff is because we can buy all these things off the shelf. We can work very fast. We can go purchase this LCD, purchase this touchscreen, grab this button, throw it together, plug it into the Mac, look at it, look at the software experience, and say, oh, this is totally wrong. I need to go right back to the drawing board, grab all these touchscreens and start practicing with them and seeing what works. And in fact, in the case of the touchscreen, we never found one until probably about a year later that was reasonable, that I would feel comfortable asking my mom to use. So, because that's the kind of person we want. Your mom, your grandma, your dad, your uncle, real people who have real things that they want to do to have a great time with this product.
And how small will it finally be, do you think?
Someday, Dick Tracy wristwatch. But,
dude, she literally predicted the future. What the fuck am I wearing on my goddamn fucking wrist? She literally predicted the future. 1992, 30 years ago.
right now in the beginning, I think fairly small.
That's just amazing. It's just amazing to me. Amazing.
The difficulties is to present a lot of information to somebody, to give them enough screen area so that they can do things. They can write notes, or they can send messages, see cool graphics.
Do you know what computers looked like in 1991? I don't think you fucking did. I don't think you understand how crazy this is.
Video across the thing. So we're
yeah, there you go, Destiny. You weren't even fucking born yet.
And from that point, then it's once you have that size, it sort of dictates the product boundaries, and then you need some level of thickness for the PC board behind it and some batteries and stuff. But it can get pretty small, so I'm not worried about that. I'll show you.
Okay.
Do you want to see more?
Sorry.
Okay. So it?
Yeah, pull the big.
Okay. So we started with this. Brian made this. Do you want me to talk to you again?
Yeah, you can keep talking to me, but all right, then put that one down.
Okay.
All right,
You can sort of, this is the same old thing about being too noisy and all these dots and all this stuff in the way and the optics. As you're looking through, you have to look through the screen to see the LCD and lights coming back, so you're blocking all this light, and so it makes it difficult to see.
Yeah, Embers, the capacitive, resistive technology, sort of like people like they were a lot of cell phones, like these sort of like smart multimedia devices. I had something called the T-Mobile MDA. It was an HTC device that ran Windows Mobile 6 or 6.5, had a resistive touchscreen that could only do one input at a time. That was like the touchscreen that sort of took off, it felt like. And then capacitives we just went full send. Once the iPhone figured out capacitive touchscreen, that's when we got this.
Show you, and this is the actual LCD underneath there.
Good. The cardboard box.
This is our
Logan Felkson. If you're seeing the vision here, I think you would really enjoy this movie. So if you're just tuning in here, there is a company called General Magic. There is a documentary we made. It was from 2019. It's brand new. And the TLDR of this company is they assembled like a ton of all-star talent, kind of like Humane, honestly. They assembled a ton of all-star talent in Silicon Valley. And they made like this epic sort of consortium alliance with Sony, Panasonic, AT&T, all these companies to help support what General Magic was trying to build. Ultimately, the company failed miserably for a number of reasons. But then there's an argument to be made. They basically built a touchscreen. They basically built the iPhone in 1994, 1995. The world wasn't ready for it, mostly because there was no mobile internet back then. Like, they were trying to do everything. Like, if they would have done it 10 years later, which we got the iPhone basically in 2007, and then we saw what happened with the iPhone. It's just crazy, the timing of this. You got to watch this documentary. And the reason why I know about this company, General Magic, is because I'm reading Tony Fadell's book called Build. Tony Fadell, I didn't even mention, Tony Fadell left Apple and went to Nest. You know Nest thermostats? That got bought by Google for $3 billion. That Nest, Tony Fadell, was a college student working at General Magic.
Once we realized that this thing was really junk, and we had to sort of go out and search.
Wii U was resistive, yes.
Touchscreens. Consider all different kinds of touchscreens.
This lady ended up in the White House. Correct. She is like Obama's she was Obama's chief technology officer or something like that. Yes, correct, Yes. You're doing your research, I see.
And what we wanted to do was to see how these work, because we had an idea of what we wanted the thing to be. And then
Luther, are you okay? I don't know what you're typing here.
we had pieces to work with, and so we wanted to put them together and say,
Like, again, if they were able to sort of Frankenstein this together in 1992, it's like, I'm like, what tech is being built today?
You can always go into software and make the algorithms better, but at some point there's a limit. So actually, in the case of the touchscreen, we had to work with vendors and say, none of this works for us. In the case that I was talking about before, where we had to work with Wendell to make this thing sort of.
Pull the wires and fix it.
It's This is
Show me
just
the
an invention.
Yeah.
Screen. So these are springs, and you can kind of see that.
I tried VR for the first time in 1995. Yeah, Embers, and now look at how far it's come, dude. Look at how far VR has come. Holy macaroni, I did not know LCD screens were. Yeah, dude. Thing from 1960s, yeah. LCD, yes. LCDs are old, but touchscreens, yeah. And then a VP at Google for 2 years, and then yeah, dude. She is this woman is a fucking badass.
So you're actually.
I wish we could watch the movie together. I literally tried to play it before, right here on the live stream, and it's just a black screen.
Pointing right to
From
me.
each of these.
That's it now. Show me the 4 points like you did before.
Okay, you're picking up off these wires, the 4 signals, and then as you press down, this little member sends a signal of how far you've pressed, so you can tell because it's angled or not at different points.
Great.
So you can tell where you are. But this is good, but it's not manufactured.
Identify the one that you guys made up.
So this
So you had to
this
make
one
other-
we
there was-
when we finally ended up with we finally found a company called Nisha, which is actually a company that makes coffee table print books in Japan, but they also have great printing technology, and so they print on, even though this looks clear, it actually has a coating of metal on the inside layers of the 2 sheets of
It's like the
plastic and glass
digitizer,
on the inside layers, so when you touch it together, you can sense touch, and you can figure out where you are, like Etch-a-Sketch. So what we did was we finally found this part, and it got really great. It got really exciting because the part suddenly matched the idea, and the cost was right, which said, okay, we can actually use this part in this product because.
So here's eventually what it became.
Today I want to take a look at one of the more uncommon pieces of technology that I have, the General Magic Data Rover 840F.
So I'm not really sure what this model was, because in the movie, it was literally like they had the commercials introducing the Sony Magic Link. So they Sony put them in Sony's backpack and said, let's go for a little trip. But this is, I just want to show you what this thing was.
As we know them today. Released in 1997.
1997. This was, I think, one of their last hurrahs. Look at this.
Is divided out into rooms or locations for how you'd use this device. So you're at your desk, obviously your contacts would be on your Rolodex, and that's where they would be. If you need to make a call, you connect your modem to a line. And
Dude, 1997, they had a computer like this on the go?
But, you can go out into the hallway, check out the library, where there are all sorts of manuals on how to use your Magic Cap device.
And so Magic Cap was the software.
Go to the control room to get to control panel where all of the settings are.
Recommend a book for self-improvement, wrist. Dude, read the Goggins book. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Can't Hurt Me, David Goggins. What's your name? Wrist? Goggins. Wristy. There you go.
From here we can do different things, like check out our battery level, set power off.
So, and then there was one more. I'm just going to hit play on this.
Eventually a customer will be able to afford to buy this, and we can create the experience that we want to create for them.
It's just super exciting. It just makes me excited for the future, right? Like there's people working on shit that we just don't know about.
Here's this old hand-built prototype with more buttons. As we go through user interface design, it has a mechanical component.
So here's a video. Here, we can watch this. If y'all want to stick around for the next 10 minutes, I'll play this video that sums up the documentary, basically, okay? Now, if I want to watch it at 2x so we can watch it twice as fast, but here's a video. I don't know what LGR stands for, but Tech Tales, General Magic Creating the Cloud. This video, I watched this last night after the documentary, sums up the movie pretty well. You missed the DeLorean stream? The DeLorean's pretty good. The Noon is a series of personal digital assistant marketed by Apple Computer early. Chris, what are you just copy pasting?
1993, General Magic was one of the most promising tech ventures around. They had huge companies like Apple, Sony, and Motorola backing them, tens of millions of dollars at their disposal, and some of the best people in the industry working for them. They had great plans for mobile touchscreen communications devices and an innovative programming language that would let all types of mobile computers talk to one another easily. But despite all this, just a few years later, most of their partners had left. Their mobile computing dream had become a nightmare, and in 2002, General Magic closed up shop. What happened?
Chris. Dude, Apple had a tablet in 1993. Chris, let me educate you, Chris. This company, General Magic, is the reason why the Newton exists. General Magic was formed as a joint partnership, and Apple funded General Magic. And John Sculley, the CEO of Apple at the time, was getting intense pressure from the board saying, why are you helping General Magic? Where's the Apple device like this? So Apple took everything that that General Magic was doing and built the Newton and effectively stabbed General Magic in the back. Chris, the more you know.
This is LGR Tech Tales, where we take a look at noteworthy stories of technological inspiration, failure, and everything in between. This episode tells the tale of one of the most forgotten yet influential companies in mobile technology, General Magic. The story of General Magic begins in 1988 at another company known for throwing around the term magic quite a bit, Apple Computer. Enter one of their new employees, Mr. Mark Porrett, who had founded the Private Satellite Network, or PSN, in 1983. His company built video conferencing and data networks for Fortune 500 companies and various governments, and it was on the back of this success that Apple hired him. Porrett's job was to head up a project for Apple codenamed Paradigm, with the simple goal of building a handheld mobile communications device. But before long, Project Paradigm became far more ambitious. Apple veterans Andy Hertzfeld, the primary software architect for macOS, and Bill Atkinson, the creator of HyperCard, helped
What's up,
take
Sam?
things
Welcome back.
to the next level. This wasn't going to be just another cell phone like Motorola was already doing with the Dynatac, nor was it going to be like the still in development Apple Newton, a precursor to the personal data assistant. No, the plan here was to put the full power of a personal computer into the hands of the everyday person on the go. Since this was technologically impossible using hardware of the time, they came up with the idea of using a data cloud. By sending software agents to go and roam servers in the cloud and retrieve only the information needed by the user when they needed it, even a low-spec handheld device could perform the tasks of a full-sized PC. With this ambitious project going by the name Pocket Crystal, Mr. Porrett convinced Apple CEO John Sculley that this was so awesome it was worth spinning off the project as a new company. And so in May of 1990, they did exactly that. With $10 million in Apple funding, General Magic was formed in Mountain View, California. They handpicked their own dream team of engineers, programmers, and artists and got to work straight away on their magical cloud computing platform. And they did this in near complete secrecy, which quickly got industry analysts buzzing. This only increased when in 1992 it was announced that some of the biggest players in the industry had partnered with the company. Not only did they have the support of Apple, but also Sony, Philips, Matsushita, Motorola, and AT&T were all on board the General Magic train. And in 1993, they sort of announced their ambiguous intentions at a press event. That is, to build a powerful software platform and a communications device that would be usable by anyone, anywhere, anytime. Of course, it wasn't actually ready for prime time yet at all, but why should that stop the showmanship? The bold promises continued with the announcement of the General Magic Alliance. Companies around the globe, such as France Telecom, Cable & Wireless, Toshiba, Sanyo, Mitsubishi, Fujitsu, and many more, were all now partners and investors in the alliance, and by this point the momentum seemed unstoppable. Yet they still didn't have anything to show for it. Well, publicly at least. Internally, the cloud-based agent system, now named Telescript, was coming along nicely. The beauty of Telescript was that it worked with all sorts of operating systems and hardware configurations, ensuring compatibility no matter who manufactured the device. Likewise with Magic Cap, the operating environment designed to be used in conjunction with Telescript. It was somewhat of an evolution of Mac OS, replacing the drop-down menus with room metaphors for each aspect of computing, attempting to make the technology even easier to understand to the casual user. This was actually a popular idea for a while in the 90s and was also infamously used in the ill-fated Microsoft Bob, but that's another story. Anyway, the plan was to incorporate this software into a device between the size of a handheld video camera and a pager, which could connect to cloud servers for computing, as well as talk to other users on the network. And keep in mind, this was early 1993, before the idea of personal data assistants had taken off, and before internet and email really grabbed the public's attention, so the idea was pretty radical. The first devices to use General Magic's designs came from Sony and Motorola, named the Magic Link and the Envoy, respectively. And while they weren't as small as General Magic had hoped, at about 8 inches across and weighing nearly 2 pounds, they incorporated all the major features they promised. You could call and message people, manage spreadsheets, do your taxes, update your calendar and address book, and even use fax services on certain models, all with a graphical touchscreen interface communicating with the cloud. And although the idea went over well with reviewers, consumers weren't so accepting. For one thing, at around $1,000 in 1994, these were nowhere near cheap enough to achieve widespread adoption. Making this worse was the fact that they only communicated using AT&T's Personal Link network for the first 2.5 years, limiting users even further and confusing people who thought this was supposed to be more open and accessible. Beyond this, the infrastructure for wireless digital communication just wasn't there yet, so most Magic Cap devices relied on a 2400 baud modem and a phone line, while others used the even slower and more expensive Artis cellular network. Still, the potential for the future seemed huge, and the company went public in 1995, with an IPO valuing them at $600 million. But then something happened during this time that threw everyone for a loop.
The internet.
With browser software like NCSA Mosaic and Netscape Navigator letting everyday computer users connect to the World Wide Web for the first time, startups and tech giants alike went into a frenzy to capitalize on this exciting new thing. But that meant that General Magic lost a lot of key people in rapid succession, including co-founders Bill Atkinson and Mark Porritt, not to mention business partners who decided the internet was the safer bet. Because web browsers let you easily share information with people around the world, and it was far more ubiquitous and accessible, which made proprietary networks like General Magic's pretty unappealing. Then in early 1996, AT&T completely abandoned Personal Link, leaving Magic Cap devices with no communication options. And on top of that, the introduction of the Palm Pilot and Palm OS had quickly made the Magic Cap OS obsolete. So General Magic quickly decided to shift gears from their own proprietary systems to develop for the internet on other systems, and even made Telescript an open language, but it was just not enough. They had simultaneously started too early and were too late to ride the wave of the internet, and as such had burned millions upon millions of dollars while earning back relatively little. By 1997, Magic Cap devices ceased production, and by 1999, their performance on the stock market was unpredictable at best. Research and development at the company was halted that year as well, although there was one last hurrah before the end. It was called Portico, a voice recognition-based personal assistant service used in products like Palm's Connected Organizer and Microsoft's Outlook. This soon spun off into another product called OnStar Virtual Advisor, developed for General Motors to add voice recognition capability to their vehicles. But after this short reprieve, there was little left going for General Magic.
Just watch who they watch.
Declaration in 2002. The OnStar assets were turned over to General Motors, and their other remaining patents were auctioned off in court. General Magic is a classic tale of a great idea at the wrong time. And while their own products never saw the success their investors hoped for, the ideas and the people behind them saw all kinds of success. General Magic systems architect Tony Fadell went on to lead development for the first Apple iPod and iPhone. Engineer Andy Rubin went on to co-found Android and work for Google. Pierre Omidyar went on to start the online auctioning giant eBay. And pretty much everyone else is still some kind of awesome tech guru of some kind and doing cool things. And of course, General Magic's technology laid the groundwork for cloud computing and smartphones as we know them today. So while the company may be a largely forgotten tragedy, it's more than likely that the device you're watching this video on owes some part of its existence to General Magic.
I'm just dumbfounded that the company existed, and this is the, hang on. Yeah, Chris, you want to watch it? Sure. I want to, this was a cool video that I saw the other day. If any of you listen to music, I think this is Jacob Collier's, yeah, just watch this. They play like chord progression ping pong. I don't know, I just found this video the other day. It's so cool.
And I'll start just with F, just the tonic chord.
I'll do just the 2 major.
2 major, well let's go to 4, B flat.
Awesome, I'll take it to the 4 minor.
Nice, okay. Got a bit of melancholy. Let's get the 5 chord in there, C.
I'll take it to 3 minor 7.
We've not had the 6 chord yet, let's get that. D minor.
Beautiful. I'll take it to kind of like the 5 with a sus2, but over the 7.
Yeah.
So sort of a C
nice.
sus2 over
Yeah,
D.
yeah. Let's have the flat 7.
Nice chord.
Let's throw the root major 7 in there. Oh, I put a 9 in there. My bad. Well, help. It's there now.
That's cool. Adds a bit of variety. Yeah, I'll do something a little bit different.
Nice chord.
Flat.
Beautiful. I don't think we have the 2 minor 7 in there.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, true.
Let's grab that one.
And let's have a sus4 chord. Let's have F sus4.
Nice chord also. You could literally write a whole fucking song with those chords. Anyway, I wanted to watch this, the Jerry Rig video, and the Marquez video. No, you don't need to understand, Chris. It's not important.
Counting the LEDs inside of the back transparent panel on the Nothing phone. Remember, this is what you want. Nothing says there are over 900 LEDs inside of here, and so we're going to find out for certain if that is true. We've already peeled off the frosting layer over the top, leaving behind kind of a yellowish ribbon with all of the LEDs lined up inside. I have my camera here and a close-up monitor.
I missed the DeLorean build. How'd it go? It went great. It's sitting right here on my desk.
Behind us, so we should be able to get up close and personal with each and every LED. Let's get started. Since I've already removed the glass once, this should be pretty easy. No heat necessary. Now we are inside.
Oh wow, not a voiceover.
What we come up with? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
What's up, Jim?
42, 43, 44, 45, 46,
Yo, RC
47,
Pete, are you okay,
49,
man? I just saw your message.
51, 52, 53,
What the fuck happened?
54, 55,
I hope you're
56,
okay.
58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79.
I was late
80,
today, Jim, admittedly an hour late.
82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Exactly 100 LEDs around the camera lens. Did not see that coming. Easy to remember. Let's get to this other little line up here by the glyph interface. We are going to go with, don't know if that's an LED or not, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108,
Holy
109,
shit.
110. Pulled off. 156, 150, 187, 188, 350, 351.
Oh my God. How many people live stream every day? I do it 5 days a week.
Think. There might be something else going on because we are not close to 900. 33, 434, 435, 436.
Unless each one is 2. Each one is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
7, 438, 439, 440, 441, 442, 443, 444, 403, 454. 470, 471, 472, 473, 474, 475, 476, 477, 478, 479, 480, 481, 482, 483, 484, 485, 486. 486. Far shy of the 900 that we weren't ever promised, but we expected to find. Let's see. I think there might be something up here. We're going to pop off the exclamation point, and we're going to dive a little deeper. What I'm thinking is, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but it could be that the LEDs are doubled up along each of these strips.
Yes.
It would bring us to the 90 that we're looking for.
Yes.
And there it is. It does look like there's LEDs on both sides of that strip. So we do have to take 486 and times it by 2, which brings us to just shy of 1,000. 486 times 2 brings us to exactly 972 LED lights on the back of the Nothing Phone 1. So 971 LEDs are the benchmark to beat for any future backlit LED or gaming phone. Kind of hard to beat almost 1,000 lights. If you want to have a little fun, leave a number down in the comments to throw people off who are trying to just cheat and see what the actual number is without watching the video. And
All right, here, Chris. You wanted the Marquez video? Sure.
Yo, what's up? MKBHD.
What's up, Marquez?
Welcome back to Dope Tech.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here.
The series where I find the
dopest tech.
And then share it with you. So we got a couple things with this one. First one is these. These are battery banks. This is the Shargeek Storm 2 and Storm 2 Slim. Let's be honest, most battery banks are basically the same thing, right? They're all kind of boring. But I have gone on to basically replace all of my functional battery banks in my life with these.
Can you show us General Magic documentary? No, I can't.
Same thing, but cooler. You know, maybe transparent tech is having a moment here in 2022 because we've seen the Nothing Phone, the Nothing earbuds, and some other transparent stuff. Logically, why not try it with power banks too? And it turns out it looks sick.
That's cool.
Basically, all power banks inside, they have,
Just have batteries.
They also have a logic board.
No RCP, no other plans
This
for Lego
one
kits
does
now.
a great job of being able to see straight inside. I would say in a tasteful way, but I also haven't flown with this yet, and so I kind of wonder what the TSA
It's a nice
would think
shot.
about this design. Luckily, it's got a little label that says airline safe on it. That should do it. But I think the best part is it's actually a really good power bank. So all the ports are on one side here. The small one, the Slim, has one USB-A and one USB-C, and it's 20,000 milliamp hours. That's enough to fully charge a brand new MacBook Air. And I say that because it also outputs enough power to do exactly that. The USB-C port here will output up to 100 watts. And the best part is there's this little screen here on the power bank
that shows
that lights
you
up when it's doing something. It has all kinds of information about every single little thing that's going on in real time. So your charging power, wattage, amperage, temperature, and everything. It's actually sick. So yeah,
That's
as soon
cool.
as I plug something in, I know how much power it's giving or receiving. I don't know if you remember that cable I showed that's in the What's in My Bag video. That also showed how much power was going through it on a tiny screen, but this is kind of like that, but with any cable you want. So the bigger version has more ports, and it's also bigger so it has more capacity. This one is 25,600 milliamp hours. That will charge a 14-inch MacBook Pro from 0 to 100 in an hour and a half.
Wow.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is,
what are
once
these,
the airline's
$80?
taken from me, I'm going to use these for everything now. I really like them. I use them currently. We use it literally to power the Mix Pre 3, that my audio device.
Hey, look at this. Look at that. Mix Pre 3.
This is for recording videos. They have this terrible design where you need a power bank instead of putting batteries on the back because it blocks the SD card slot. Anyway, I'm loving them. They're both $200. Not cheap, but hey.
Dope tech.
It's dope tech. Okay, so this thing is ridiculous. So Samsung reached out and they wanted to sponsor a look at their new Odyssey Arc gaming monitor. I've seen some pretty crazy monitors in my time, but nothing like this. So this is a massive 55-inch corner-to-corner, 165 hertz.
Shook up my jaw, by the way. Got some lucky.
monitor.
Damn,
Pretty sure it's the
RCP.
only
Damn.
monitor in the world with
What's up,
that
TJ?
exact
Damn,
spec.
RCP.
And
I
it
wish
has a
you.
one
I wish you a speedy recovery,
second
man.
response time. Plus, it's AMD FreeSync Premium Pro certified, so it's definitely built for gaming. And in every way, this
Is
thing
it 4K 120?
It basically feels like putting a TV on your desk.
It's got to be 4K
but way
120,
more
right?
powerful, and it needs some pretty serious hardware, like this huge foot-wide metal stand and the mount that's attached to it to hold the whole thing above your desk. So why would someone get something like this? Like, what is this capable of? Well, it turns out pretty much everything. So it plugs in via this box back here, like some other Samsung TVs, and there's 4 total HDMI 2.1 ports on the box, so you can
Wait,
give it
no
a bunch of
display
inputs.
port?
And then there's this remote, like looks kind of like a skinny TV remote that comes with it, and there's also this, which is called the Arc Dial. It's kind of crazy. I've never seen anything like this before, but basically instead of having to reach all the way around the back of this huge monitor, you have the controls on this dial, and
What
it
the
connects wirelessly
fuck?
via Bluetooth, and that's how you get to your settings and control this monitor. So you can sit it anywhere you want at your desk for your controls, and
I'm surprised there's no
both this
display
and the
port.
remote have solar panels on them. So
What?
you should actually pretty much never need to charge them, which is super smart. So this Arc Dial will let you control pretty much everything about this monitor, but when you're just using it like a normal monitor, not even gaming, just for productivity and stuff like that, it's still very impressive. It is a huge monitor, and at this resolution, it can fit a ton of stuff on the screen. Any app or program that benefits from
What's up, Eric?
spreading
Good to see
things
you in here,
out
man.
will never look better than it does on this monitor. Also, the whole thing has a matte anti-glare finish that cuts down on reflections or any lights that may be in the
K1.
living space. And you can put tons of things on the screen to your heart's content. And I feel like because of the curve, you know, it's not as neck-breaking as something this size would be if it was flat. So just so you know, this is called a 1000R curve monitor because the radius of the circle that this monitor would make if you extended it all the way around into a circle is 1000 millimeters. So the smaller the number, the more pronounced the curve. And this one curves so much that the upper and lower corners really do stretch into your peripheral vision. It just gives you maximum immersion. And then, as you can imagine, it's incredible for gaming. So I've gamed on a lot of nice monitors in the past couple of years, and also tried gaming on TVs.
Jim,
in the
yeah,
past.
I
This
believe it.
Isn't quite like either one of those experiences because the size and the height and the sheer curve and the image quality, it's just an amazing setup for pretty much any game that you
I
throw
want
at it.
to
Also,
hear-
the speakers built in aren't bad either. There's 4 speakers at each corner and 2 central woofers. So just with the monitor's built-in speakers, you're getting a Dolby Atmos setup, and it can help with object tracking sound because the left and right channels are so far apart. This is a quantum mini LED display.
Okay, 4K. Well, how much
there's
refresh
legitimately
rate?
Details in the darkest and brightest parts of
Refresh rate,
scenes and
refresh
games.
rate.
But also, Samsung says there's a multi-layer neural network for upscaling. But just like playing a game full screen, obviously it's incredible. But let's say your neck does get tired, right? You're not really so used to turning your head as much, or maybe you're just super used to playing a game on a smaller screen, like a 24-inch or 27-inch screen, right? All right, no problem. So this Arc Dial lets you pop into a setting called Flex Move Screen. You hit that, and then you can literally drag down the size of the monitor to whatever size you want it to be. You want a 30-inch monitor? You want a 27? You want a 24, 22? Whatever, all of these different sizes are available to you. It kind of looks crazy tiny. You can move it around, maybe put it in the middle so you're not looking down all the time. There's your smaller monitor. It's convenient. Fun fact, this graphic that's behind whatever your screen would be actually changes based on what's on your screen. So it matches the colors. If it's dark, then it'll be dark. If it's bright and colorful, then it'll match the colors. But probably the most extreme feature of them all, this whole thing this gigantic panel rotates 90 degrees to create
shit.
this towering 55-inch
Oh my
diagonal
God.
monstrosity that's literally curved over your
Oh
head, basically,
my
towering
God.
over you. So seeing this monitor in portrait mode is wild, and
Holy
there's even a couple window management
shit.
features to help you make the most of this
Holy
ridiculous amount of vertical
shit.
screen real estate. Here you can see it mimicking 3 27-inch monitors stacked on top of each other, each with something completely different.
It is like an airplane door.
Productivity can be fun. Each
Valorant
is the size of an entire monitor.
That's
And if
Andrew
you're feeling
playing
bold,
for sure.
It's actually the world's best shorts or reels or TikTok monitor where you can truly kick back and immerse yourself and waste unbelievable amounts of time. There's actually also a feature called Eclipse Sync, which has 2 lights on the back of the monitor that will change colors based on what's in the game to reflect off the wall for even further immersion. But let's be honest, most of the time your eyes are going to be all over this display all the time. Now this is dope tech, so we know it's the craziest bleeding edge stuff, but if you do want to actually get your hands on something like this, it'll run $3,500. And if you want to justify it, you could say it's kind of like having 3 or 4 monitors in one. So, yeah.
Wow.
That brings me to my third and
Hey,
final item here.
the
Now, as you can
sponsor.
imagine, the webcam situation with a huge monitor, with any huge monitor, can be pretty crazy. But also, webcams generally are pretty trash. But then this Insta360 Link webcam started showing up on my feed actually a lot in the last couple days. There's a bunch of sponsored videos. This one clearly isn't sponsored by them.
Hey!
But I did get my hands on it, and I wanted to check it out. And it turns out it is really cool and very impressive for certain groups of people.
Yes.
So first of all, if you're just looking for a quality upgrade, a dedicated webcam will always give you that over a built-in. So with this one, you're getting a 1/2-inch sensor, 4K 30 FPS video, phase detect autofocus. This is easily miles better than any normal built-in webcam into any computer. It's kind of like the Opal C1, but they're both like a step below using your literal iPhone as your webcam with continuity camera. But as you can tell just by looking at it, it's this little rig here. It's about more than just the camera quality. It is all about the features. So you can see it's got an entire gimbal built in, like someone sawed it off the bottom of a drone and stuck it onto a webcam. And the world of motion-controlled video camera just opened up a world of possibilities. So having a swiveling, tilting, articulating camera as your webcam means it can follow you around and track you around a room no matter where you go, and it
Beat Linus Tech Tips, destroy, make 30 FPS standard, bring back Daft Punk, buy In-N-Out, take Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else.
is 1,000% faster and more responsive than like what we've seen when Apple does the Super.
I mean, Embers, you think it's useless if you don't need to move around. I don't think it's useless if you think you need to be stationary because of the quality of the video that it produces. And B, you can like zoom in and see you have whiteboard mode. It's not just like
for ultra wide camera and then does center stage and crops in. This is, I feel like I can walk around the room and it'll follow me. So this would clearly be pretty sick for streamers, but I think underrated, it would actually be even better probably for remote work and remote learning, things like that. Because continuing along the theme of this being the smartest webcam I've ever used, it can obviously use the gimbal to point in any direction. So it's a really solid desk view because, as you can imagine, it literally just tilts down and points more directly at your desk and then proceeds to use sort of extra processing to create a pseudo top-down view, kind of like what Apple
Michael
did with the
Superbacker
continuity camera. But then probably the most useful one, there's these tracker stickers that come with the webcam. All you have to do is put one on each corner of a whiteboard and then move the whiteboard somewhere into frame. And then all you have to do is give it a peace sign and it'll go into whiteboard mode. You can see the whiteboard over there behind me. It's not even like in the normal frame of view of the webcam. I'm just gonna give it a peace sign. It blinks, it goes into whiteboard mode, and it sort of locates the whiteboard. Takes a second. You can see it going over my shoulder there. That's the whiteboard. And then it snaps in, and now you're fully on the whiteboard. Look at this, I'm teaching. I'm instructing things on the whiteboard from across the room. So easy. Like, this is everything Apple's center stage ever wanted to be. Obviously, they want you to be able to put your iPad down and walk around the kitchen and it follows you, but yeah, this will literally follow you in complete 360 degree around your laptop. It's much better. So yeah, I'll give it another peace sign. It'll realize it can go back to me, snaps back to me, and then, yeah, we're just using the webcam like normal again. But it also has a feature which is when you stop using it, so I'll stop recording, and then you close the app, and it goes to sleep. After a while, it just shuts down and faces straight down, which is sort of a privacy feature, which just means it won't be able to look up and at you. It's nice that a webcam that can turn around doesn't when you're not using it.
Yeah.
It's a privacy feature. So yeah, I think that's gonna easily qualify for the smartest webcam I've ever tried. But it's pretty smart that a camera company, which Insta360 is making a webcam. So that's why it's also fantastic quality, and everything else that's around it works pretty well. So yeah, pretty sick. That's why it's dope tech. So that's it for this one. A super cool clear battery bank, an insane 55-inch.
He doesn't mention the
gaming monitor, and the smartest webcam that I've ever tried. I really enjoy doing dope tech videos, and I'm glad we're bringing them back. Kind of surprised we haven't done more. We'll probably do another one soon. In any case, thanks for watching this one. Subscribe to see the next one when it comes out, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
What is he at now? 16 million? Okay, 4K, 165 hertz. How does he not mention the refresh rate? 165 hertz, 4K at 55 inches? Dude, insane. Insane. Yeah, Samsung sponsored, but it's still a fucking sick monitor. I don't give a shit that Samsung sponsored this. That is insane. 55-inch 4K, 165 hertz. And it fucking can go cockpit mode. Oh my God. Just call it a TV. Yeah, holy shit. Holy shit. Why is it so dark? Oh, I guess I don't have my lights on. Don't mind my, I don't know what happened to my face, to be honest. The other day when I was running, I was using this towel that I wouldn't even say this is a towel. This feels like more of a giant microfiber cloth. It's weird. I don't know where I got it from, but it's like the size of like a hand towel. And I brought it for me on my runs, and I was wiping my face down, and then all of a sudden, I get this nasty rash on my face. But yeah, more to the input lag for gaming. 1 millisecond GTG. I'm not sure about input lag. What's up, Penelope Sky? Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello. Is Nick Hanscom in the chat? Nick, are you here? I know Nick Tolson's in the chat. Nick, how good was that show last night, dude? New studio? Yes, new studio. I've been in here for a few months already, but yeah, new studio. What's the black and yellow posters on the top row of your gallery? Where? Where? Rectangle one by the colorful one? This one? That one right there? That's an artist called Fail, or Fale. I don't know how to say it. Brooklyn-based artistic collaboration between Patrick McNeil and Patrick Miller. Here. One more over. Tom Sachs Rocket Factory. that right here. Tom Sachs. Hope that answers your question. Have you read Build from Fidel? That's what I'm reading right now. That's how I know about General Magic. And no, I can't show you the documentary. I can't. I tried. I cannot. Okay, so stream elements going A&E. I'm not really sure what that means. But I really wish you a speedy recovery, dude. Wait, this is the best part of the whole song. Are you still doing caloric deficit? Yeah, but not really like on purpose. I was like, ER, gotcha. It's my Discord notification. Yeah. Stream Elements tells me that there was like some network issues with the bot. Is the bot working? Okay, it is. Dude, we saw Andrew L sing We Own the Night. Fucking pounce bounce. It was just. How long you running now your own business? 5 years. What do you think of the song Cold Sweat by Glue? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And someone asked me about the DeLorean. Bro. Sam made it in Manhattan. How cool is that? 5 years. Luther, I've lived here since 2013. It's going to be 10 years, dude. I've lived here since 2013. But running my own business, I've survived in Manhattan? Yeah, I have. Is this the beginning of the movie? Yeah, that would be cool to mod this thing so it floated. It's possible. Best part of the song. Ready? I'm in prison. Running out of memory, overwhelming into everything. What's up, Gus? Can you give a little summary where you came from and how and what from why and how you managed the move? What's up, Becca? I just admire your success and I'm happy about it. Thank you. Project what you hold true. Deuce to a blur. One man's cringe isn't. And they did fucking Chucky versus a giant tortoise with Andrew Wells singing. And we got to hear Andrew Wells scream. And then we also heard Will Swan scream. Dude, last night was fucking amazing. Gus, I was literally just holding it. Gus, you missed it by about 4 seconds. I think you literally joined the stream when I put it down. I put the sticker on a little bit crooked, but it's okay. All right, you want the story? You want the story? Free One asks, can you give a little summary where you came from, why, and how you managed the move? Sam, can we see the DeLorean? You want the story? I'll give you the damn story. The year is 1990. That's a little bit bright. The year is 1990. I was born to two parents, my mom and dad, with one older brother, Mike, who you might know from the David Dobrik universe. I was born June 19th, 1990 in New Jersey. And my entire childhood memories involve gadgets in the form of video game consoles as well as computers and video cameras. So my dad, I'm one of 4 boys, and we went on family vacations a lot, and my dad always had some sort of video camera documenting. Just when we ever went on vacation, my dad just filmed a lot of us growing up as kids. So combine that with just like, I always like movie camera. That's what it was called, movie camera. I remember we got the PlayStation 1 in 1995. I was 5 years old. I remember having a Game Boy Pocket at age 7, 8, and we had a computer in the house growing up, and I remember using MS-DOS to create like a Dragon Ball Z quiz when I was like 10 years old. I remember, getting on the internet as a child. Eventually, in my early teenage years, I was using Napster to download and burn CDs. I had an MP3 CD player, a Sony MP3 CD player, and I learned that if you used MP3s, you could get like 40 songs on a CD instead of like 12 or 13. And then when I was like 14 or 15, I got a modded PS2, and I was using a private torrent network to download PS2 games and burn them, and I was playing modded burned PS2 games. I got on eBay early, got on YouTube in 2006. Just like, I just remember always in the house, we had gadgets, computers, video game consoles. And then I bought my personal own first camera. It's somewhere. I don't think I ever threw it out, but it's somewhere. It's like a Sony Cybershot that I bought with like my lifeguarding money, and the video is like 640 by 320 or something. And that was like that was the first camera I ever bought with my own money. But my parents bought me this thing called the Panasonic eWare, which was like a tiny little like clamshell little video camera that could record video, take pictures, do like voice notes. And then my version, the SV-AV30, came with a TV dock. So you put it in this dock, and then it connected to your television with just component cables, and you could like record off of the TV. Crazy. And so, yeah, in my teenage years, I was just, I got my first cell phone when I was 13. It was a Nokia 3390 on VoiceStream at the time. This is just giving you all this sort of context of like, I still am a gadget freak. I'm an early adopter. I like knowing about things before anyone else does. And I like to sort of get things from companies that are trying new things to understand like, what are their methods? What is the ethos? What are they trying to prove and show, right? Like, I have the Panic Playdate. I bought this thing from a company, Panic, that's never made hardware before. I have Snapchat spectacles. I have Ray-Ban stories. I love gadgets. And when I was 19, so when I was like 17, 18, I started reading Engadget.com. There was Engadget and Gizmodo. TechCrunch was around, but it was like not for me. Gizmodo was like this sort of snarky, like kind of like highbrow, like we're cooler than you. And Engadget to me was sort of like, I was refreshing the website all the time. I was just like a gadget obsessive in the form of like news. I was just like a gadget news junkie. And at that time, I was using a Sidekick LX. This is like 2007, 2008. And I try an iPhone for the first time. Like I held the original iPhone in my hands for the first time, and I was like, I need this thing. So I camped out for the iPhone 3G in 2008, and that was when I first got my first iPhone. I've been on iOS ever since, which is crazy to think. That's a long fucking time. And so now that you have context as to like who I am and where I've come from in terms of like why I am who I am today, I attribute my gadget obsession to my parents because they spoiled me, enabled me to, just sort of like lean into what I liked, And so when I was 19 years old, I remember I was a sophomore at Rutgers University, hadn't even decided my major yet, and I remember seeing an article on Engadget.com. The Engadget show is coming. Live taping, September 13th, 2009, New York City. I go. I absolutely go to this. I have no idea what to expect. I just remember being out late, I remember being out very late the night before, and I think my mom usually watches the streams. I remember my mom saying, like, you really want to go to this? Like, you shouldn't go to this? Like, what? And I was just like, I want to go to this thing. And so in my head, I had camped out for the two iPhones previously, 3GS and 3G, because Apple released iPhones in June back then. They eventually switched to a September release cycle. And so I got to the Parsons Tishman Auditorium here in New York City. Little did I know, super early in the morning. Early enough where the security guard was not even there yet. And I'm there at 9 in the morning. I don't think the show starts till like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, but what do I have to lose? I'm a college student. I have time. And so slowly but surely, the staff starts showing up. And I remember meeting this guy, Chad Mum, who was, I later learned, only like 2 or 3 years older than me at the time, was like this like AOL producer guy, because Engadget was owned by AOL back then. And to make a long story short, I ended up meeting Josh Topolsky, Nilay Patel, and Paul Miller. And they basically saw me, which is what I was, as this like young super fan, very enthusiastic, excited to be there. And they like brought me inside before the show started. I got to meet the team. I was the first person in line for the Engadget show. And I remember tweeting when I had literally like 16 followers on Twitter, like, holy shit, I'm at the Engadget show, so cool. I think, I can't remember who called who, but I was on the phone with Mike, my older brother, and he was like, how is it, Sam? How's it going over there? And I was like, dude, it's so fucking sick. I just met Josh and Nilay and Paul Miller. Like, this is fucking awesome. I'm going to go see the show. They like brought me inside. I have the first ticket. And his response was no response other than go ask for a job. Was there a job opening? Were they hiring? I'm 19 years old. Am I even qualified to go work there? As a 19-year-old, I grabbed my balls and said, literally looked up to Josh because he's like 6'3", and I said, I'm in college. I'd love to come work for you. I'll work for free. My schedule is X, Y, and Z, and all my free time will be dedicated to coming to work with you. To which he responded, we're actually looking for another intern. Send me an email. Holy shit. Long story short, I became an Engadget intern. Took a while. I had to apply. I had to like write mock articles. I had to list like my 20 favorite gadgets. It was like they like really like sussed you out. And so then before I knew it, I went from a college student with like no direction, no major. I just knew what my passions were. And they still are. Gadgets, technology, internet, early adoption, new media, all that kind of stuff. And so then I found myself being immersed in this world of like, holy shit, I'm an Engadget employee right now. Granted, I was an intern. Not going to go into too much detail about what I did at Engadget because it's not super exciting. Then there was sort of a cataclysm. I was on vacation in Costa Rica. This is like March 2011, and Topolsky puts up a thing. I had heard maybe he was leaving, and his article was called like Goodbye for Now. And Josh Topolsky, the editor-in-chief of Engadget, who I respected the hell out of, was leaving Engadget. And I was just like, holy shit, what's happening? And then Ross Miller left, and then this person 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 left. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay on at Engadget. This is now my junior year of college, or like spring semester of my junior year of college. And I was like, I'm going to stay on. And what I did was I didn't go to class. They promoted me to contributing editor. So now I went from Engadget intern. Are you still with me, free one? I went from Engadget intern to now contributing editor, where I was skipping class to write blog posts on Engadget.com. This was a big deal for me. I went from someone that was just an avid enthusiast reader of the website to someone that was now writing for the website. In college, got horrible grades that semester, but absolutely fucking worth it. And so that summer 2011, I am 20 years old because my birthday's in June. It's like May. And I asked, I remember like texting him. I think I was like, what's happening? He's like, we're starting something new. You should come join. Okay, I'll leave Engadget. Told Engadget, right, Josh hired me at Engadget. Josh is somewhere else now. I said, okay. They launched a website, a brand, a Twitter account called This Is My Next. And it was the running joke on the podcast where Josh would pick up a gadget. This is my next pair of sunglasses. This is my next gaming handheld. This phone, this is my next phone. While The Verge was being built. So I was the only This Is My Next intern in summer of 2011. And I went to the office every day in the summer in Flatiron here on like 5th Avenue and 16th Street, tiny little office. And I have vivid memories of like getting copies of the keys made for the office, assembling furniture, helping Nilay set up the Wi-Fi in the office. Like we were building something, startup mentality, but we were a media company. And so summer 2011 happens. This Is My Next like really formulates. It's like, it's exciting. The Verge is going to launch. I was still an intern at the time and, I was very young. So I feel like I never got this sort of like recognition that I felt like I deserved. I was there from the beginning, but the Verge founding editorial team, I am not on that list, but I am in the photo, which I will pull up for you right here. You still with me? You still with me? Free one? The Verge team photo. This one. A portrait of The Verge. October 2011. The site didn't even launch yet. Ready? Sean Hollister, Vlad Savov, Chris Ziegler, Chad Mumm, Joanna Stern, Laura June, that's Josh's wife, Josh Sapolsky, Nilay, me, Dieter Bode, who now works at Google, Paul Miller, Thomas Houston, Thomas Ricker, Ross Miller, Joe Flatley, and Nina Sokoler. I'm not really sure why Nina was in the photo. She was like a producer. I don't think she was really ever... Maybe she wasn't a Verge staffer, but she was more of like a freelance producer. And I actually didn't really notice the flash thing at first or where the light was, but this is the photo. That's me at age 21. And they were like, this was a moment in time. This was like, holy shit, we're a fucking team here. And I was there. I was fucking there. And so The Verge launches in November of 2011 with a bang. I mean, we're the new kids on the block. We're the hottest thing in tech media. We have a kick-ass video team. We have original reporting. We have features. We have news. We have reviews. Like, we came out the gate on fire. And I had to go to school. I had to finish my senior year. And so when The Verge launched, I joined The Verge as a news writer. Most people don't know this detail of the story. And it was a lot of pressure where breaking news would happen. You'd have to get a story up within like 3 to 5 minutes with a good title, a thumbnail from the back end, like a picture thumbnail, a photo, good reporting, sources, all that stuff, links, via, all that shit. It's a lot of pressure for me, and I wasn't cut out for that, and I didn't really like it. I wasn't good at it, and I learned that very quickly. So like November, December, I went to CES that year, and then I sort of was like, let me finish college. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to work at The Verge. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing yet. And so that 2012 from like February, March, April, May, June. No, May. It was like 3 or 4 months. I was like not working, but I was like still like, there, but like I wasn't working. Finished college. The day I graduate college, literally, I didn't even go to my college graduation. The day I graduate college, Nilay and Josh are like, we want someone to run all of our social media. And this is the Nilay and Josh that I've known since age 19. It's a few years later. The Verge is launched. It's like almost the year anniversary. They want someone to run their social media full time. Done. Sign me up. I became the only person on The Verge's social media team. There was no such thing as a social media manager back in 2012. Maybe there was, but like it was sort of like a new job in a sense. I've never done that job before, but I've been on the internet for my entire life, And so I got the keys to the Facebook, to the Google+, to the Twitter account, help launch those channels I remember Facebook hit 1 million likes, I remember Twitter account hitting 1 million followers. Now, granted, I'd be nothing without the team, but, I was the sort of mouthpiece on social for The Verge. And so I spent from 2011-ish to 2015 at The Verge. I did a bunch of things at The Verge. I really did a lot of different jobs at The Verge. I was social media manager, but like I got the merch made. If anyone has a Verge t-shirt, that was me. I appeared in a lot of videos. I helped produce like the Dead Mouse video. I helped that Lexus hoverboard video. That was me and Tom Connors in Spain. I'm really proud of the work that I did at The Verge. Truly, we really did some amazing things as a team. Like I'm just one person. I never edited a video at The Verge. I was always in front of the camera. My job was very easy because of Jordan Opplinger, Tom Connors, Ryan Manning, who sometimes pops in here, Jimmy Shelton, Phil Rabibero. I'm forgetting some names, but like Regina. There's like a real, the whole, that Verge team is just, And so Fast forward, we're in like summer of 2015. Josh had left already. Things are good at The Verge. I'm barely even running social anymore. We were doing like 90 seconds of The Verge. I was doing a lot of video stuff. And I got a call from a friend of mine. I know Jeff from just like South by Southwest, Jeff Petriello, called me and was like, I'm looking to hire someone to help manage and run our Snapchat Discover technology-focused news platform. Whoa. An opportunity to go do something new, but in the same vein, in a sense, still tech-focused, but like do something new. And have to manage people and be responsible for hitting deadlines. And like, this was like an opportunity to like step it up. Again, am I qualified to do that? I mean, maybe. I think I could figure it out. A few weeks later, I was out. That was it. I left The Verge. Effectively, we published the Lexus hoverboard video, which YouTube Lexus hoverboard. Let me see how many views this has. This has. So this is gonna cross 15 million views. Look at this. August 4th, 2015.
A Lexus commercial. You might wonder why a car company is using a hoverboard in one of its ads. Is Lexus planning to make hoverboards now?
No shot.
It's just the track at roughly the same height, about 4 centimeters. This technology isn't actually that new.
You hear my voice? That's me.
It's hard. It's not as easy as riding a skateboard.
Look at this
where
shitty
all
ollie. Ready?
4 wheels are on the ground. The magnetic track in the ground lines
Jordan
up
1 lows.
vertically with the center of the board.
Jeans. Okay, so this is me in 2015. Okay, so this video gets published August 4th, 2015. My first day at The Verge was, my first day at Mashable was August 17th, 2 weeks later. And then I spend a good 2 years at Mashable. So I helped launch and run the Snapchat Discover channel. I did that for like 6 or 8 months and got pretty burnt out because we were publishing 12 pieces of unique content 7 days a week for 6 months. It was fucking insane. And if it was like the holidays or something, or people were taking vacations, we had to like work double time because there was no one creating content. We were creating content every single day for months. It was insane. And the content wasn't saved. It was crazy. When Snapchat first launched Discover, there was no history, there was no archives. You would publish, and then 24 hours later, it was gone, like snaps. It was crazy. Mashable, I sort of found myself doing. I had, if anyone remembers, Annie, maybe if you're in here, or Jason Dar probably remembers, like my Snapchat, my Mashable Facebook show on Facebook Live called Technically Speaking. I did a bunch of different things at Mashable, a lot of video-focused stuff. At the end of my Mashable career, I was effectively vlogging for Mashable. I did a lot of different things at Mashable. And then it was sort of time to leave. I was like, I think I've done what I came here to do. I was hired by Jeff. Jeff left. Same way, Josh hired me. Josh left The Verge. And I was sort of like, I think what makes sense for me to do next, free one, this is for you, free one. I think what makes sense for me to do now is do my own thing, become my own version of The Verge, become my own version of Mashable, where I've taken people like Annie, like Jason, like Becca, like people in here that have been with me on this journey for a number of years, take you with me. And not be at a media company. It's just like, it's you and me. It's you and me. It's literally you and me. And so I left my full-time job in 2017, literally right around, it was like, I think it was July something was my last day. I forget exactly when I left. It was right around this time 5 years ago. It's 2017. I had 50,000 subscribers on YouTube at the time because I was like making vlogs on YouTube and stuff. And I'd like gone viral for a Kanye video. And then boom, that's it. Then I went from, a creative producer at Mashable to content creator for Sam Sheffer Productions. And yeah, here we are 5 years later. I'm still here doing my thing. Lifted your back leg, not too bad for an all. Yeah. Sorry, my freshman year of college when that video was posted, it was beef or bust at Verge or Mashable. That was Verge. Only watched that handful of times. I remember when Facebook's paying media companies the up. I think it was just a personal thing for him, not really a specific company. Adrian Cobb, what'd you ask, Adrian Cobb? Where? How time has passed. Yeah, you're basically PR, kind of. Yeah, Miss OG Verge. What's up, Will Bowers? Here, talking about good history. Someone asked. Love it. You're taking the time right now to detail all of this. Yeah, someone asked. I mean, look, I've had... It's funny, chat, because so many people just like, oh, you're that guy in the Casey videos, you know, or like, I saw your review of the Super 73 and then you had, you know, like people have found me from so many different avenues, right? And it doesn't get past me when I realize like some people have been with me on this journey for a really long time. Like Fiat Ragnarok, who joined the insane tier, who I met in real life here at NFT NYC. He's been with me since Engadget. Like I'm talking 10 plus years of just like fucking with me on the internet. It's remarkable. And I'm thankful for each and every person that has been here along the way. It's cool if you've been here for a week or two. Maybe you've stumbled onto the live streams. You know, maybe you're here accidentally. This is your first time seeing me. And I appreciate the OGs. Jason Dar, I've said you know. Cam, Nick, you're in here. Hanscom, you're here. Shabbat Shalom, or Shalom Sam and Company. I read Shabbat Shalom. Do a video about this? I kind of did. There's a video called Why I Left BuzzFeed. What's the plan for the next 5 years? Hey, look, it's the Instagram tips and tricks guy. Yeah, or that. Been a Sam Stan since The Verge? Fuck yeah. There's got to be a word for the polyglot of pop culture. Russell Zahner, what a ride. I've been around for like 9 to 10 years since I was 14 to 24. Keep it up. Thank you. I just found you from that hoverboard video. There you go. Following you for 6 or 7 years. And then so who knows what's next, you know? Like I'm really proud of what I've built, you know? Like I think I've done so many different things in the last, it's just crazy to say, like 13 years. 2009 to 2019, 2021, 22. I joined Engadget. I was literally became an Engadget intern. I remember the emails, September 13th, 2009. And then I think like by mid-October or November, because I went to CES in January of 2010 as an Engadget intern and they paid for my flight to hotel. I was like, I'm fucking 20 years old and they're flying me out. This is fucking crazy. So call it, 10 plus years of this, but really closer to 13 years of social media work, reporting, type of journalism. I don't like to say that I'm a journalist because I didn't go to journalism school, but I definitely followed editorial ethics, codified set of laws when I was at The Verge. And now I just sort of like, I'm still following my passions. I know I'm definitely slow with making YouTube videos because I tend to overthink and overanalyze, and sometimes you need to just do because perfect is the enemy of I forget what the quote is, but like, so now I'm sort of here. You're here. I really like doing the live streams. I watch Twitch a lot, and I see guys like Tarek right now. He's on top of the world, but he's been streaming for 10 years. You want to know what's crazy? I've only been streaming for 7 months, 8 months. It feels like I just started. It feels like B, I've been doing this for 2-3 years, right? Becca, Jason, all the regulars that are in here, David Perry, right? I started officially streaming. I don't know why. It was January 27th. I can look back at the VOD right now. I streamed here and there randomly on my YouTube channel and on Twitch, but like this new YouTube thing that I'm doing that's effectively destroyed my channel. It's killed my reach because of the copyrighted music, but I don't care. I really enjoy doing this. I think live is, it already sort of is in China with Douyin, live shopping, just live streaming in general. That's the reason why sports are still a thing, is because it's fucking live. I'm super bullish on live. Damn, I built CS demos for years, never got to go. Russell Zahner, go. Russell Zahner, I'm telling you, Sam, me, is telling you, Russell, go to CES, dude. I've been to CES 11 times. It was 10 years in a row. I went from 2010 to 2020, and then COVID happened. I think I literally got COVID in January of 2020. That's a different story because I was at CES. Russell, go, man. It's cool. First saw you on Periscope, testing crazy new water slide. Oh, my God. Nick Kernick. Dude, on the Verge's Periscope. Holy shit. Dude, you know what happened to Varukht? A kid was decapitated on that ride, died on that water slide, and they shut that motherfucker down. Dude, crazy. Crazy. Wow. Sam Sheffer resident internet is cool and wholesome sometimes. Wow. As time goes on, you start to appreciate the role of everyone in your life long term or just met, close friend or regular barista. Everyone matters. I appreciate seeing your viewers like that. Nick. First of all, Nick, I asked for you before, Mr. Handsome, Mr. Handsome. Nick, dude. I was screaming along last night, dude. Andrew Wells doing Chucky versus the Giant Tortoise, doing We Own the Night, doing Pounce Bounce, doing We Invented Times New Roman. I think they played that. Dude, Andrew Wells, first of all, he has a big shoes to fill because Tillion's been the face of the band for almost the last 10 years, right? I'm pretty sure Acceptance Speech was 2013, maybe 2015, or Happiness, whatever it was. Dude, Andrew Wells, so like collected, so just like his energy that he brings, and he's so respectable to the band, like introducing the whole band, not talking too much. Dude, holy shit. And he was screaming, he was hitting the low registers. If I had a word of advice, constructive criticism, I would say, Andrew Wells, stop trying to be Tillion. And there's parts that he's just trying to do Tillion. I would say just lean into the Andrew Wells thing like 5 to 10% more. Like he has such a good range, such a good vocal register, but he has a different voice. He has powerful screams. His ability to write melodies also, I think, is better than Tillion's. I would say just like lean into yourself 5 to 10% more, Andrew Wells. I cannot wait to see what they do with him. I hope they officially, because if you follow Dance Gavin Dance on Instagram, it's like they're like not really saying he's the lead singer, and the photos that they're posting are super weird. There's like no photos of him, but he doesn't have a guitar in his hand. He's the fucking singer of the band. Unreal. I think that was my favorite DGD show. It was unreal. Nick, thank you for being here, Nick. I like that you're in here. That's my weakness too. Perfection impedes progress. Perfect is the enemy of getting the job done. You don't lack creativity. You lack deadlines. People, yeah, true. You don't lack creativity. You lack deadlines. True. I heckin' love Tarek. Me too, dude. Found you years ago from the MKBHD studio tour. Wow, back. The office has changed a lot. Good looks. Marius, yeah, it's now like, it's definitely got a table in here. It's like, it's an office now, you know? Hello, Sam. Been back from the holiday. Good to see you. What's up, dude? Are you active on Twitch TV? No. Just here on YouTube. Perfection is not achieved from when there is nothing left to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. Ooh. Perfection is achieved not when there is nothing left to add.
Snap.
Oh my God. Free one. Thank you, man. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. I need some pog you in the chat. Thank you, Free one. Welcome, dude. Welcome. Free one. You got me on this tangent, so I'm glad to see you joining. Let me keep reading comments. Would it be sick if you did a Ludwig or Atrix style thing where you plan out produce target content on these streams and shop? I know, Will Bowers. I know. I feel like I just need an editor. I need to work with someone. I just feel like I don't have the mental bandwidth right now, even though I should. Where like Colin's not here right now. Colin is in Nashville. Colin has been saying this, and Sammy Superstar, if you're in here, one of the Insane Tier members, is like, dude, both of them were saying, Sam, you're streaming for, an hour or two a day. Cut up a 10-minute segment of like a thing, clickbait it, make like a troll thumbnail, and put out content and see how it does. I want an editor. I want help, live TV, the wave of the future. I started following you after Verge podcast in 2013 to 2014. You just felt like a different version of me. Epic. Jelani McCoy. You know what's funny, Jelani? Is I always felt like it was like Neeli, Josh, and Paul, right? Or like, I guess Josh. I don't know if I ever was on the Verge cast when Josh was there. I think I was allowed. I would really wanted to be on the podcast because I felt like I had a lot of things to say. And I was still very young, you know, when I was working at The Verge, I was 21, 22, 23, 24. And then I left when I just turned 25. And I just always felt like I was on the younger side of things. And like, it was like Dieter and Neeli, Dan Seifert, Ross Miller, David Pierce, that whole crew was sort of like a little bit older, and they were like maybe a little bit jaded or just like super out of touch. And just like, I was like, guys, no normal people know or care about this. Like, let's bring this back down to earth. When I was at the hype desk, I miss those days, and still salty. I don't hold grudges, but I just would love to know why I was not invited to The Verge's 10-year anniversary here at Spring Studios, about a 6-minute walk up the block here. It would have been awesome to bring back Beef or Bust. It would have been awesome to do the Verge cast with the hype desk. They brought back David Pierce, who is now back at The Verge. Joanna Stern was there, and they just never reached out to me. No bad blood between me and Neeli either. I just don't know what happened. Just a sad missed opportunity. It would have been fucking awesome. And when I was there, a lot of people said hi to me, like a lot, and I felt very loved. And that was where I grew up. I grew up at The Verge. I attribute my success and the things that I know because of where I came from. I would not be who I am today without my parents enabling me from childhood to Polsky giving me a chance and me helping me and enabling me to bloom into, you know, this creative whatever the fuck I am now, you know? Andrew is a tank. Honestly, he did his best and it was great. I agree. You have to be able to afford to go, and even could never. No, you could. I mean, you get a shitty hotel. You shouldn't have to pay for a pass. No, dude, you should go, Russell. You should go. Don't be Tilly and do him. It's more than enough. Exactly. I actually would rather go to PAX instead of CES, Mobile World Congress. MWC I've never been to. That would be a cool one. But Russell, I implore you. Russell's honor, I implore you to go. Shout out Mr. Handsome. Free one. Thanks again for joining, man. Happy to be here. Thanks for saying that. Dude, I'm so glad you're here, Nick. Your comments make me happy, dude. No, oh, snap. It should have been there, right? I thought I heard it. You talk about the heat that 100 Thieves has under them right now. Every esports team is killing it. Sad, Cam. Sad to see what happened to Sentinels. Dude, I watched those games. So unlucky. So unlucky. Like, first, I think Shroud went negative. Like, I just wish they had more time. I wish they had more time. I wish Shroud didn't immediately disband from the team. Like, it would have been interesting to see what they could have done if Hunter Sick was still there. Zelsis clutched it up. I just don't think they had enough time. They definitely threw some rounds, but just like they should have won. But glad to see. It's crazy. Asuna is now 100 Thieves. You know, and they have Will, Derek, Bang, which he was just a ranked demon. Very cool. Like, I'm going to be rooting. Dude, Optic with Victor and Envy, right? Oh, man, it's great. It's great. You're absolutely right, Cam. You're absolutely right. Free one is now paid one. Head to NYC is September 14th with friends. I have NYC things if you want some things to do. You need a theme song and a soundtrack? I kind of did have my theme song was this. Remember when I used to start the streams like this? Does anyone remember? Remember this? You need everything to me. I'll never know what's coming. And then I technically have this. You know what's going to happen. I have this. This was a little dubstep track that I put together with my friend Ian. Hold on a second. I'm just on the live stream right now. Can I give you a call back? I call you back. Maybe this would be my theme song. Let's see how this feels. Anyway. Yeah, still listening. Mute Math? Wow. Just started getting into Valorant. My friend got me hooked like 10 days ago. Dude, Tyler. Holy shit, Tyler. That game's fun. It's toxic. It's super addictive. I would say just have fun with it. Don't sweat your rank. Just have fun with it. I started playing Valorant in April of 2020 during the beta. And I basically all but dropped PUBG, played Valorant, but I definitely I got into shape this year and I stopped. I traded, I don't know whether to say I traded video games. No, I traded exercise for video games. I gave video games away and I got exercise. I got fit because I stopped. It wasn't really because I stopped playing video games. I just chose to exercise for an hour a day versus play video games for a long time. I don't remember, but I remember you on The Verge back when The Verge was fresh. Hi, I remember you showing us your new intro slides. Remember that? Great song. Strider was out of the scene for 4+ years. A completely different game. No one is good enough to jump right in with the amount of pressure on their shoulders. Yeah, it's an 80 assault if you go there now. Yeah, still listening. You are my cinema. Join. I've always thought this was dope. Thank you. Hey, Sam Sheffer, heavy metal noise. Like that one. Love the sound. And when I watched your first live stream, there was no theme song, dude. No, there was no theme song. That dropped. Have you seen the Calvine UFO? Calvine UFO hoax. Photo alleged revealed after 32 years. New photos found. Hidden UFOs photo after covering. World's clearest photo of UFO diamond-shaped. Mirror.co.uk. Yeah. I never know what to believe with these. I mean, Mirror, Reddit, best ever unidentified aerial phenomenon. Dude, I don't have time to go. I mean, Justin, I did not see that. No, I just looked. Started playing MKB 2-3 months ago. I love Valorant. I need a duo, though. My stats are top 25 win rate sucks to the solo queue. Wow. Wait, what's MKB? What's up, Sandwich? What's up, Matt? Do both. I'm on Xbox, so no Valorant for me. I do watch it. I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. Next act is in about 2 or 3 weeks. Take this time. No one cares at all about your rank. Just, yeah, practicing the range jam, spike rush. Yeah, I agree. There are some weird people out there. I agree. Definitely I'm a noob. I'm still learning. Definitely trying to take it seriously. Just pixels to me. And try all the different agents. I got to hand it to Riot. Their creative department that develops these agents and the abilities, it's incredible. The amount of creativity that they, like, the Chamber, right? The Reyna, the Sky, the Neon. These are like the newish characters. And like to think that they built all these characters and they have a roadmap and then the new maps, it's just like, holy shit. I would love to do a video on Valorant and just like how Valorant was made. Valorant also started, I think they started building that game in 2013, 2014. They literally took like half a decade to make that game. And now it's one of the biggest games ever. Herm Miller, Aeron, or Embody, these are hand-me-downs from Nice Stats. So I'm just, mirror is a red sign, yeah. Next act in 10 days. Oh, MKB is mouse and keyboard, Yeah, thanks for the pause, folks. Got to get back to it, trying to sell a pile of music instruments to fund drones. It gets weirder. Everyone having Russell, great to see you in here, man. Thanks for being solid, dude. Russell, thanks for being here, man. Play a lot of Fade. Yeah, Fade's a cool character. Beta was 2018. Beta was 2020, actually. David Harley. It was April 2020. It was literally, because I remember it was in the old studio. Pandemic was like, boom, like Pandemic was like, no one leave your fucking house. And all I did was like, holy shit, I just have to play video games now. Sick. I got this new game. I remember how skeptical the internet was about Valorant. And dude, it was Robert Ushock, who I think was in here for a second before. Robert Ushock just was like, "Hey Sam, have you seen this game Valorant?" And I watched the teaser and I was just like, "Holy fuck. The smokes, the gunplay." It was like Counter-Strike, but with like, dude, and I never played Counter-Strike. My friend Rippin' Heads, Adam Eckhoff, a high school friend of mine who rarely comes into the stream, but a very good friend in real life. I tried Counter-Strike at his house probably 7, 8, 10 years ago. We did the surf thing where you like surfed on that map. It was like that custom game. It was my only experience with CS. Press how well Riot pulled it off. Dude, I know. I'm out and I'm seeing all of you. Nick, I'll see you tomorrow. Twitch beta or something. Maybe there was. I'm not sure. I wasn't following Valorant in 2018. I was super into PUBG back then. Mounting play for my tripod in North Carolina. Rip. Go buy one. Go to a camera store. Go to B&H. Nick Tolson. Nick, how good was the show last night, dude? You really enjoying Yoru? Yeah, they buffed Yoru. Like, it's cool that they listen to feedback and actually listen and watch the community play the game and balance the agents. I miss A1Z1 Nade Shot streams. Wow. Remember the PUBG days? It's fun to reminisce, isn't it? The better you get and the higher rank you get, it will get bad. Yeah. I said this before, Cam. I think I said this to maybe I said it on stream. I'm not sure if I did. Or maybe I said it to you when we were playing, Cam. I would love to have the opportunity to play Valorant in like the Immortal range. I'm not very good at the game, but I watch so much Valorant in my free time. Professional. I watch Tarek. I watch Shazam. I watch Shroud. I watch AceU. I watch so much that I know how to play the game. So I would love to be able to like play at a higher level just for the comms and see how I do. Because in the lower ranks, if you start losing, the team gets toxic, no one fucking comms anything, right? And then you watch, I mean, sometimes in the higher elo, they're also shitheads. But it would be cool if I was able to play at a higher, much higher ranking than I am and just see how I fare because of my comms and my strategies, you know? What's Dylan Shine up to these days? He works full time. I don't know if I want to put him on the map and say at what company, but he works at a tech company full time. That's why Valorant on a controller. What is your favorite video game of all time? Probably PUBG, honestly. I have the same experience unrated versus ranked. Unrated, they play together. Yup. Low elo ranks, they just, yeah, dude, exactly. I watched Tarek a ton. I mod for Nadeshot, but he hasn't streamed Valorant in a few months. Yeah, Nadeshot doesn't really stream. He was playing consistently. He was like, he got into Immortal, didn't he? I never if he ever hit Radiant, but yeah. Seeing his banter, David Harley, seeing Tarek's banter with Nadeshot, I'm so stoked for Tarek. First of all, Tarek's here in Brooklyn, which is crazy because all these streamers are like scattered everywhere, and Tarek's fucking here in Brooklyn. I'd love to be friends with Tarek. But it's just so funny when he's like, literally on the VCT stream yesterday, I kid you not, this is a quote from Tarek. I don't know what the context was, but David Harley, he just goes, "Fuck cum shot." And the whole chat is just like, huh? Kecked up, huh? It's just like, and I know everyone's friends, and just the friendly banter to me, it's such like a meta. You have to like really watch and be in the scene. And I'm like not in the scene. I just spectate, and you know, you saw that. It was so funny, dude. So funny. He got Immortal too. If Nadeshot was given the chance to go back full-time streaming, he would in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'm still learning, but I have some game sense. Some of these people are so head empty. Yeah, dude, a lot of people just like, it's such a tactical game because of the abilities, right? Like you have to know when to use the abilities. Now that I'm talking to a bunch of Valorant nerds, I was watching Tarek stream, I forget when it was, but I think it was FNS said it would be interesting if your abilities didn't come back unless you got a kill, right? So let's say the recharge for Sage, it's the heal, and it takes, 45 seconds to recharge, or Brim smokes, or Omen smokes. Imagine your abilities didn't recharge unless you got kills. That would be cool. He hates resetting abilities. Dude, who knew that I had fucking other Valorant heads in here? Dude, we should fucking 5-stack. Tyler, Cam, David Harley, I know David Perry I've played with before, and me. We could fucking 5-stack. I'm like gold 1. Dude, that would be fucking fun. I'll just say it now. To 5-stack in Valorant with people that actually know the game and play, I bet we would fucking wreck kids. That could be cool. We could fucking, you could, the highest I ever got in Valorant was gold 3. I believe with my tactical strats, I think I should be somewhere in platinum. Bro, y'all will carry me unless I'm on a hot streak, dude. We heckin' love 10s. We do heckin' love 10s. Those people in Valorant, all aim, no brain, all brain, no aim, overthinkers, brain dead people. That's funny. That's fucking funny. Damn, this was one of my favorite streams I've done in a long time. Free one, I want to say thanks for answering that question to get me down this like nostalgic rabbit hole. 150 ADR, hell yeah, bro. I'm bronze one like a one, dude. That's crazy. You should not be in bronze, dude. You gotta get carried out of bronze. You just probably play with shitters all fucking day, dude. Dude, I want to. David Harley, I want to play with you and make a 5-stack with Extremis, who's a mod in here, David Perry's a mod in here, and then Tyler, David Harley, and me. Dude. We should fucking do it. Maybe this week. Come back to the stream tomorrow. I'm not going to do it now because I got shit to do today. It's already 1 in the afternoon. Come back tomorrow. I'll make sure I add you on Valorant. My username, well, it's my ride ID. I don't know what the 4-digit code is, but it's Sam Sheffer. Dude, Dr. Dave, Sam and I's ranked games are interesting. Dude, I'm trash at Valorant. I'm trash, but it's fun as fuck. All right, Dave, let me write this down. I'd be down for sure. So Tyler, David Perry, David Harley, Cam, and me. That's a 5-stack right there. Hearing your story from the beginning to now was so great. It's just crazy how, here's what I'll say. When you're sort of in it, it's all you know? And like, duh, of course, Sam. But like what I mean by that is like, when you're in it, you sort of are just really focused on the now, and that's what you should do. And then after you do this thing, then it becomes a thing you did, and you're like still doing it, and you're like, okay, I think there's more. For me, it's like, what's beyond YouTube? For me, is YouTube the end all be all? I don't know. What do you think? Right? You've seen my videos. You've been following my journey for a while. Do you think YouTube is the end all be all for me? Right? It's like I had an Engadget intern career when I was 19. I thought I was going to be at Engadget forever. I thought I was going to, move up on, and I did. I became contributing editor, but then it was like, boom, fork in the road. Everyone's leaving to launch a new website. And then I was like, holy shit, I'm at The Verge? Cool. Ride that wave. Okay, things kind of, change at The Verge. Josh left the company. And I was like, okay, new opportunity. Mashable, sure. Let's try this. And then after Mashable, I was like, okay, YouTube. Let's see what this YouTube thing's all about. And now I'm like, all right. You know what's crazy? Is YouTube 5 years. Mashable 2 years. Verge 4 years. Engadget like 1.5 years. This job I've done longer than any job that I've ever had. Which is crazy. Come from playing COD. COD people, let's go. Hello, what's up, movies, films? I think it's from when I played COD. Actually satisfying seeing my improvement from even 10 days ago. Hell yeah, Sam, look at Mr. Beast on Social Blade. Seriously, look at how recently he had over 100K. You mean less than 100K, over 100K? So that OCD mindset, that's crazy. Yeah, so I'm just like, thinking, don't forget Periscope. Yeah, Periscope. I mean, I did 1,000 broadcasts. I did, and I didn't make a dime off of Periscope. Not that it's about the money, but less than 100K. Mr. Beast, Social Blade, YouTube. Mr. 276, 100 million subscribers. Total video views, subscriber rank, future prediction, detailed statistics. Monthly videos gained from Mr. Beast, monthly gained subscribers. How do I see the other chart though? See full monthly statistics. He's still gaining so many third country user video simultaneous future detailed statistics. See future predictions, Total subs for Mr. Beast. 64 million. Total video views. A silver subscription. Yeah, I don't think I could see the full stats. But I was always a cool kid, but played some Halo. Now that I have a PC this year, got an Apex and Valorant. Hell yeah. Best tips I can think of right now. Tyler, only reload after 2 kills. Do not spray. Unbind, crouch, and learn counter strafing with 2. Dude, very good. Very, very good tips, Cam, I would say. Counter strafing's huge. Definitely never spray. Like tapping the gun, you need the trigger discipline. And the reload, if you're using a Phantom, you have 30 bullets. Depending on your range, if Phantom is 1 or 2 bullets, Vandal's 1 bullet to the head. All right, chat, I'm going to get out of here. To the 60 of you that are in here, y'all are the OGs. If my stream ever blows up, I promise you, I'm going to remember the OGs that were here. Tyler, Nick Tolson, Cam, David Hurley, Movies, Films, Jason Darr, Matt, Mario, Becca, like the regulars that are in here, MCM, like all of you, Brain in a Bat, like the people that were here from the beginning. And like, I don't know if I'm ever going to blow up on live stream. I really don't, but I really enjoy doing this. And I just think that I still feel like live is like it in a sense, you know, where like content is cool. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like there's something so special about knowing and watching something live. And then on top of that, the fact that this is interactive, where like you're reading comments. Me too, Charlie. Yes, you too. Thanks for the Monday morning stream. I got you. Thanks for telling your story. I got you. Great stream today. I got you. Thank you. Trying to switch to knife when needed to bolt. Yeah. Though that's like depending on what your keyboard binds are. If you ever need help with the live Tavad thing, more than happy to help. I mean, Will Bowers, I don't want to put you to work for free, but we could do a trial run of sorts, man. Honestly, it's more connected. Yeah. Thanks for the direction experience. We'll keep it up. Dude, try it. Big hugs to everyone in the chat. Big hugs to everyone in the chat. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Probably around 10 a.m. I'm going to try to go to sleep at a normal time tonight. Go watch that movie called General Magic. It'll blow your fucking mind. Please, someone... At least I know Do Flunky's going to go watch it. I think Janina said she was going to go watch it. So we could have something to talk about tomorrow. General Magic, I'm reading Tony Fidel's book. Go watch it. It's fucking awesome. You'll learn a lot. They basically built the smartphone before the smartphone was built. Get rest, stay hydrated. Our own little corner of the internet. I love it here. I'm thankful for all of you. I really am. It's great. Day in and day out, I have the support. It's fucking awesome. Thank you. Where can we watch it? On YouTube. It's $3 or $4 to rent. You can watch it in HD. It was worth the $4. Telling you it was worth the $4. Go support whatever production company made the interview. Dude, the interviews that they pulled, John Scully, also Kevin Lynch, who I didn't even mention at all, works on the Apple Watch. He was at General Magic. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so grateful for all of your continued support. It really is fucking humbling, and it keeps me doing these live streams. It's really fucking awesome. All right, have a great day. Stay hydrated. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me play myself out.